What's up, guys? We're back with step number 10 of the QRC Outlaw Kart build. Today we are going to be putting our pedals and our pedal mount in along with the brake and throttle rod. Brandon LaChance is here. We've got our seat in. Here's kind of a look at what we got right now. And Brandon, take us through what we need for this step here.
Yeah, now that we got our seat in our car, we'll go ahead and divert our attention to the pedals. So pretty quick and easy step. We'll start with tools required: 2 7/16 wrenches, a 1/2 inch wrench, 3/16 and a 5/32 Allen. And then into parts required are rookie pedal mount, left and a right pedal, and then pedal rods and ends for that.
All right, let's get this stuff on the car. All right, we've got all the stuff required to do this step. Brandon, let's get it in the car.
Yeah, so we'll start with the pedal mount, and I already took all the bolts out of the mount itself. We'll take a 3/16 Allen and a 1/2 inch wrench. We'll head to the car. We'll slide that under the steering mount. Take our left and right pedal, and we'll attach the pedals to the mount first, just for tightening reasons on the bolts, to be able to move this mount around a little bit more. And we'll take the left and right, and we'll continue by bolting those up.
All right. Okay, the pedals are hooked up to the rookie pedal mount. Now, what's the next step here?
Next step is to bolt the rookie pedal mount to the floor pan. And as we see here, we have 3 holes of adjustment down this side, and then the 6 holes this way. So all that does is, because this is an offset built cart, that, you know, we could either mount our pedal mount straight, or we can angle it to where you're straight with the driver. More so a preference thing. I'm gonna mount this car straight. And also, as we see, so we'll snug those up, tighten them up. Also, as we see from above, we have our 3 ways to mount it there, plus the frame comes with pedal spuds. All just depends on length of the driver.
So, like for me, I'm like 6'5". I'd probably use the ones on the frame.
That would be for you.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so those are tightened up, and next up, I believe, will be the throttle rods, which we'll come right back with. All right, this is what we're looking like right now. Gotta get those pedals stood up, and the next one we're gonna do is the throttle pedal here. So what do we got going on here, Brandon?
Yeah, right now would be a good time if you have your driver, put them in the car, and just kind of, it's gonna be real size dependent on where you need the pedals. So right now we have a pretty generic setup right here, 8 1/4 throttle rod, and then a male and female end. So we're just gonna go ahead and grab some hardware and head toward the throttle linkage. Right here, best way to do this is that heim is just small enough to where you can fit this washer in there. So we'll take a bolt, washer, and then run this linkage into there, just so it doesn't crush that.
Brandon's got a lot of experience in this, but this is still an area that we struggle with a little bit, but yeah, there we go.
That way it fits tight, you're not squeezing that throttle pull. Tighten it up right there.
As you can see on the pedal, there's a lot of holes on there to try and mount this in the right spot. There's a lot of adjustment with the different rods and stuff.
We're just gonna make this pretty generic, not knowing who the driver is. And we'll just stand it up at a good spot. We will put some washers there just for pivot room and cleanliness. Put it on, and we'll tighten her up like so.
Perfect. All right, the throttle pedal's all hooked up. Next up is the brake rod. Brandon, take us through it.
Yeah, basically same thing as we've seen before on that side. We're just gonna generically match up this brake pedal with the throttle pedal. It's easier with a driver in it, but building karts out of the shop, first thing we kind of just make our best guess based on seats that go in the car. So start at the master cylinder side, run all that through.
And is that kind of the generic place you put it at, that second hole down?
Yeah,
or?
That should give you pretty good leverage on your brakes, and that could change as you go depending on how sensitive. Higher up, more sensitive on brakes; lower, less sensitive. it'll be pedal to the brakes. So,
and this is a 15-inch brake rod that we're using here. That's the biggest one we've got. We've got a bunch of sizes in between if you're looking at different ones.
And right now, you know, basically putting these pedals pretty level to each other should get me in a pretty close spot. Same thing. Now it's washers, and we'll tighten it up.
Perfect. All right, everything's tightened up. Everything's looking really good. I love the blue anodized we got here at Factory QRC. Brandon, kind of give us an overview of what we got to look forward to in one of these pedal builds.
Yeah, pretty simple step, but pretty big step in the sake of getting this thing closer to being built. It's pretty driver dependent, but that just kind of shows us where we put these parts and how we do it. But you know, linkage size is the biggest thing, and then all of this adjustment we have, luckily, to put these pedals in. So just like so, we got the throttle pedal in and the brake pedal in, and pretty neat step in our Outlaw Kart build. And on to the next.
Yeah, guys, we appreciate the support. We'll be right back. Next up will be bleeding the brakes.